This video is a quick take on how to do synthetic division. Suppose we want to divide a polynomial by another polynomial. If we want to do synthetic division, we need our denominator to look like x minus some r value. In this case, we have that. Our denominator is x plus 5. That's like x minus a negative 5. Therefore, we can set up our synthetic division. The way usually I do it is I put a box in the upper left and then I put a line right here. I'll put that R value, in our case that's negative 5, in that box. Then I put the coefficients of the terms in the numerator along this top row. So coefficient of the x to the third term is 1. Coefficient of x squared is negative 4. We don't have an x to the first term, so that is a coefficient of 0. And then 212 is my constant term. We need to do that in descending order as well. Once we've done that, the first step is to drop down that lead coefficient. Once I drop down that lead coefficient, I multiply that number on the bottom by negative 5 and put that right under the next term. Now I take negative 4 and add negative 5. That gives me a negative 9. And then I do that process over and over. Negative 5 times negative 9 becomes 45. 0 plus 45 is 45. Then I multiply negative 5 times 45. I get negative 225. Add that to 212, and that gives me a negative 13. So I always add these numbers, put the number, multiply by the r, and then that moves up and to the right. Once we have that process done, now I know my answer. This means that if I take x to the third minus 4x squared plus 212 and divide that polynomial by the polynomial x plus 5, I get x squared minus 9x plus 45 with a remainder of negative 13. You can also write that as x squared minus 9x plus 45 plus negative 13 over my divisor of x plus 5. Notice that this polynomial has coefficients here, and they are of 1 degree lower than the polynomial we started with. My polynomial I started with x to the third. Now I have a polynomial starting with an x to the squared term. That's how synthetic division is done. For more on synthetic division, you can look up a full lecture on how to divide polynomials.